welcome. And anybody who is watching, I can't see, and if you're watching this on the replay, welcome. I am harvesting peas right now for our mixes. Already got peas done for individuals. Got them done today because we went ahead and did some filming of that. Because we're filming also today all of our how to grow series and stuff, and so our harvesting part of that. So we're getting all that done too. So Jessica's doing that over there. I'll be harvesting peas and other things and whatever we need to do as we're down these next 2 weeks, a little slower, so time to make some videos. Stopping by, say hello, ask questions, comments.
Growth bites, yes.
Yeah. Funnel. Funnel. First step.
All right, you're in good shape. Message is pinned. Get some people up in here.
Thanks for all the likes, hearts, all that. Comments as well. We'd love to see comments. Proper comments.
Proper comments. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start filming over on the other side of the table. So you'll probably see a little bit of me going on, but not a lot. All right, hopefully the lighting is good enough. And we'll get into filming harvesting of arugula.
Woohoo. The most delicate crop. I guess beets are up there too.
Beets are up there too. They definitely can be something else.
Nobody.
Nobody. I haven't gotten a push notification still.
It's weird that it's not doing that.
Yeah.
Am I shadow banned?
Did you say something?
Probably.
Probably, yeah. beautiful peas. Can definitely smell the arugula this morning.
Oh yeah. Arugula is a spicy one. Welcome in. How's everybody doing this morning? Stopping by, say hello. I am harvesting peas right now. And Jess is filming some arugula harvesting for our How to Grow series. That will be first on our school groups and then eventually on YouTube. But early access members.
Alrighty. A little over 6 on that arugula. Not
6
sure if I
ounces?
like it.
Huh?
A little low, actually.
A little low
Usually
on that
goes
one.
for like 8.
You picked the low yield one to film.
I know. I picked the lowest one, I think. That thing's aggressively tight.
Yeah, don't usually use that one because of that. But don't have another one right now.
Nope.
How's everybody doing? Looks like we got 5 people watching, so
Hey, y'all.
just harvesting peas. Not many this week. This is our slow week. Food banks took 2 weeks off with all the holidays in here, with Juneteenth, July 4th, and then after that week we kick back in with them. So that's why Jess is doing a lot of filming right now,
Yeah.
so we can get some videos done while we're a little slower.
Definitely could use some time to film.
We need another rack, just for in there,
In there, yeah.
because we'll be able to stick all the boxes in there still. We only got 36 of them.
It's a valid point.
I need a bin.
It's in there drying.
Okay. So I got to go get it and dry it off. So.
Oh, so I'll just talk to you guys. Do, 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 do. I'm filming, but you can watch.
Behind the scenes. Maybe.
Behind the scenes filming.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, yeah,
there you go. It's hard to get you next to the tripod. That tripod has a really wide stance.
Yeah.
Show you guys. Some beautiful arugula. We did go down in our density with our arugula to 15 grams. It really has helped with the look of the arugula. The cotyledons are bigger. There's a lot more of vibrant, fresh green to them. There's not as much of a yield. There is that downside where we're not getting quite as much yield, but at the same time, the quality is way better. So we have to keep in mind that our goal is to provide the best quality versus the highest yield. So looks like we're going to average right at 6 1/4 with the 15 gram seeding density.
A little less on the yield, but it gets a better
The
quality
quality
product.
is much better, yeah. I'm in that recording real quick.
All right, back to my side.
To the other side.
All right, grab some more peas here. Finish off what we need for mixes here. For combined layer blended products, I mean. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit that like button if you're stopping by. Even just hit the like, it helps us out. Appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel. All that fun stuff. And
Check it out later, yeah.
make some comments. Ask some questions.
Yeah, we're here. We may as well talk to you.
Where are you guys tuning in from? Anybody overseas? We're in smack dab middle of the USA. Where are you tuning in from? Love to see where everybody's watching from. We had Malaysia the other day,
Cool.
I think, right?
Yeah,
Malaysia, yeah.
Malaysia.
That was interesting to see. Love seeing it.
Get a lot of Europeans, especially whenever they're hitting their evening time.
Yep, yep.
We've had people from Japan. We don't get a lot of
We have
Asian
one.
interaction. One, yeah,
We have one from Japan that's in our group.
yeah. So, love to see everybody, meet everybody. Well, not really see, but
Yeah.
meet.
If you want to see, you can see us on Zooms. We do Zooms once a month coming up. Our Zoom for our Microgreens for Profit group, which is labeled down there at the bottom, pinned in the bottom there. We will have our live Zoom call at noon Central Standard Time on Thursday, this coming Thursday. You can get in that group for $9. And you go there, watch the About page, you'll find everything about it. So much information given away for $9.
Let's do. Yeah, I never got a push saying that we're live. That's weird.
That is weird.
All right, time to record some micro mix.
Peace. Beautiful peace.
Record here.
Maybe they can't hear us. Can you guys hear us? Is everything good? Give me a thumbs up or a yes or something in the chat if the sounds are coming through right. Sometimes the mics don't
Connect all the
connect
way.
all the way for
Yeah.
whatever reason. So
That's very possible. They might not just be able to hear us, and we're over here just gabbing to ourselves.
we got a new member in our group that joined just right before we went live. So I'll have to go send him a message
Yeah.
and welcome him into the group and everything. So
Awesome to see that. Love seeing new members and working with all of our regular members, you know. We've got a really great group in there. School's a really great platform where people can really focus on building their business without all the distractions of social media. So yeah.
hi, Cece.
Oh, they can hear us.
They can hear us.
Good stuff.
How are you today? And Stephen Franklin, you can hear us. Awesome. Thanks, Stephen.
Perfect. Thanks, Stephen. Just making sure.
I always like the confirmation, so I'm not just. I mean, I talk to her all the time, but you know, I don't want to talk to myself either. So.
I'll listen.
So is anybody new to Microgreens? Are you growing Microgreens? You're growing for a business? Where are you at in a microgreen journey? Are you just dabbling and looking? Just interested? It took us a while once we got interested in growing it as a business to really make that decision to go, but
Definitely. Oh, I need one more.
best decision ever made? One of them, second best decision. First one was her, but
Smushy cuteness, guys. All right at 7, which is pretty normal for our micro mix. These guys were seated at 20 grams.
if you guys didn't hear Jess over there, she's talking because she is filming How to Grow series is over there. So
Yes. And if I talk to myself, I will remember what weights to put in for the actual editing.
yeah. Welcome in, everybody. Say hello. See, we got some more people coming in, so thank you. Thanks for coming to check us out. As you're scrolling by, stop the doom scroll for a moment and just say hello.
I promise are really nice. Well, I am at least.
Yeah. Facts.
All right.
I'm in your school class. Yep, been doing it as a hobby for a while, but need to order containers and scale up, etc. Still, awesome, man. Reach out if you need any help, Stephen. Would love to help you out.
And the resources guide, equipment and supplies.
Yep.
Definitely look at that. That'll help you kind of make some decisions towards what you need to get for supplies, what containers to use, sizes, things like that.
Yep, all that stuff's in the equipment and supplies. What are you cutting? I'm cutting peas. These are pea microgreens, or pea shoots, technically speaking, pea shoots. No cilantro right now. We may get into cilantro later today. If not, we're doing it tomorrow. Depends on how much we get done today.
Yeah.
CT, I used to work as a lead grower at a hydroponic lettuce and microgreen farm. Nice.
Cool.
Watching you work reminds me of those times. Nice.
Good times, man. Good times.
How long ago was that? Was that recent or was that many years ago?
Snag these.
Thanks for the sub. It looks like Andrew. It's far away. I can't really read it, but thank you. Let me go up here so I can. Yeah, Andrew, thank you. Yeah, pulling up the list now. Awesome, man. Steven, great. 2 years ago they closed. Oh, that's sad. A lot of them bigger ones do close because the volume it takes to do that for that, and they usually sell pretty cheap. I think this business is meant to be small, local farms, local microgreen growers, taking care of that 150 to 200 mile radius, and keeping it, probably under 10,000 square feet. Maybe you can stretch it to like a 20,000 square foot if you're really busy, but really needs to be serviced in that local area.
Yeah, we're trying to build a hyper local food system.
I know there's one in Detroit area, building a 60,000 one, and I just think in a few years they'll be out of business.
Unfortunately.
They get all their grant money, get all their funding and all that stuff, and the guys at the top take all the money and shut it down, leave.
It's an unfortunate thing.
Ryan, I am a chef for a catering company. I'm starting to grow microgreens on our own. Awesome.
Perfect.
Just bought the trays last night, and we'll be getting the seeds today. Do you guys use the shallow trays or no? Yeah, we use the shallow trays from Bootstrap Farmer. That's what these ones are. Shallow trays from Bootstrap Farmer. We do use deep ones for some products, mainly beets, Swiss chard, some other things like that. We use deep ones for, but typically all shallow trays and everything. And if anybody's just starting out their microgreen journey, our Microgreens for Profit group on school, which is pinned down there, would be a great group for you to start at. It is $9 a month right now. You get webinars with that. You're going to get a live Q&A session, which is coming up this Thursday, noon Central Time. We do that once a month to get in there and connect with you. You get resources. You get a one-on-one course, a starter course in there. Resources.
Grow guides.
Grow
we have
guides.
a spreadsheet on there.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff.
Yeah.
You just go to the About page, it'll explain everything that you get. There's a video on there. It will go up from $9, and it will not stay there. So, and then I have a main course. That one is $97. That just you get to spend more time with me. We do weekly Zooms on that one. Marketing course, classroom. So it's just more intense. It's for the people really growing a business. That's awesome. As a chef, you're growing your own. That is awesome.
Farm to table in the kitchen.
We have links in these videos where you can get these trays, guys, too. You can check that out. There's in the description of all our videos, there's links to all the stuff that we use as well. Not as intense as our list on school, but
Definitely a
great starter
starting
guide.
point. Right at 8 ounces out of that broccoli, seeded at 20 grams.
I got a lot.
You got way over?
Yeah.
You got ambitious. Well, I mean, we don't need any more individuals, so you probably could just go ahead and.
Like
we have a lot.
A lot.
Okay, I'm gonna stop this recording real quick.
Peas are yielding very well today.
The peas are very generous today.
Do you guys not recommend the normal ones? I like the shallow trays because you don't really need a lot of grow medium, soil, whatever you're putting in there. You don't need a lot of that. It saves you a lot of money. There is no need, like there's one guy that says he uses deep trays and he doesn't put much soil in there, but he uses it for stability of the plants. But then your plants are down in there and then you got to bring them up, harvest them out of there. More dangers of soil getting in your products and everything else. It's just you can harvest right above the soil line. You don't have to put much soil in there. It's very much easier process. We do the beets in the deep trays. We fill the soil all the way up because it's a root crop and it likes to get rooted, and it grows much better that way. So I recommend the shallow trays because you don't have to waste your soil or your grow medium or whatever you're putting in there. So I highly recommend the shallow trays. It's so much easier process.
And we recommend Bootstrap just because they are a universal 1020 tray. They fit all of the domes, the super sprouter domes, all the different brands of domes that you can use for basils, arugulas, anything that you need that would be either blackout domed or clear domed, any of the specialty crops like that. Long term, these things last forever. We have, in the course of over 4 years,
5 trays.
5 trays. We've broken 5 trays, and they replaced my 5 trays with 10 because I told him, hey, I broke 5 trays, and he sent me a 10-pack. Really great company to work with.
We checked out
Cool
Haas
people.
Tools trays because they're
Yes.
getting into it, but their trays are slightly bigger
They're
than
like
1020.
10.5 by 21.
So domes don't fit on it and all that. Oh, the germination will be the same, yes. We fill it all the way up, as you can see here. We do flatten it out when we do, but the soil is basically up to the line. And then you watch our planting video, which we did on Friday. You can go back and watch that live one. And then I kind of just scrape it off a little bit, and then we flatten it down and make it a flat surface to plant in. But yeah, basically all the way to the top.
Just under the soil line so I can harvest without having any soil in.
Yeah, I've been really annoyed researching trays. I'm not sure if it matters, but shows that their measurements are just slightly off. Yeah, Bootstrap one's the way to go with because of that.
Yeah, they're up on the shelves back behind you somewhere, and those things are huge compared to the Bootstraps.
Yes.
And then you can't stack them together, you can't nest them together. There's just a lot of, like we have, a couple thousand Bootstrap trays.
Like 3,000.
Like 3,000 Bootstrap trays. But when you try to add a new brand in that completely is different, that's really difficult. We do have some cheapy trays that we've started out with here and there. When we couldn't source Bootstrap trays fast enough, we had to buy some from the hardware store type thing. Those now are used for lettuce, but most of them honestly broke within a few uses.
Yeah. Just flimsy.
They just don't last, unfortunately. Buy once, cry once, right? Bootstrap.
Yeah.
And it's not that bad.
It's
really,
not that bad.
Not as bad. Let's see. I've filmed arugula broccoli micro mix. We're gonna harvest some red cabbage next. I'm gonna make that real quick. Oh, I didn't give you a lid. Slacking. Yeah, we have a surplus of peas. Peas are on sale this week, guys. Mike's gonna take those to the walk-in. I'm gonna keep filming. And we are into
Thanks for the
cabbage.
sub. I am Source. I am Donna. Okay.
Cool. Fun names.
Why can't all 1020s be 1020? Yeah, I agree.
Right? It is by definition what they're supposed to be.
I'm heading out to the kitchen, guys, but definitely earn a sub. All right, thank you. Hey, see you later.
Appreciate you. Definitely check out the channel. Let's see.
What am I doing?
Do you want to revisit those or do you want to bin those?
They will just start growing more.
So I will get you a bin real quick
Okay.
and then
Okay.
we can get started on that. Okay, I'll be right back.
So, lovely wife is getting me a bin, so it's sunflowers. No, I'm not doing sunflowers right now. Sunflowers will be later on, probably this evening after lunch. Be sunflowers right now doing peas. So these are peas. Lovely wife is getting me another bin to bin these up for our blended products. But these are peas. This is what peas look like when they're done. This is a 10-day grow. So we average about 22 ounces, 20 to 22 ounces off each tray of peas. So yeah. Great time to ask questions right now while I'm waiting on a bin. Because I got some free time. Just sit here and chit chat. And if you guys are, I see there's 16 of you in here. If you guys could all give me a like on this video, I'd really, really appreciate it. It does help our channel a lot. It gets a lot of other people to get there and everything else. So, yep, Craig, we did get GAP certified a few weeks ago. So we are working on the process of getting the distributors going and all that stuff. So we are GAP certified. We missed 10 points on the whole thing. So we got a 98.9% on it. So yeah. Genpack, no, we use Dart. We're using Dart ones because these are tamper resistance ones. You know, it's got that tamper resistant thing on there. So we're using the Dart ones now because we have to have that for the distributors. They want the tamper resistance. They don't like the sticker over it or anything like that holding in. They want the tamper resistance. Yep, 24 ounces. We basically pack everything in 24 ounces now, 2 ounces. It makes it so much simpler than having a 16 shallow and a 24 and all that. So we just streamlined it. Ease of use, you know, easy process. You want to have your systems streamlined as we start bringing on employees. So, yep, 2 ounces in each one. Everybody, it all gets 2 ounces. 2 ounces go in there. Makes it easy peasy, simple, training people. It's just 2 ounces. They don't have to think about it. They don't have to know. Just 2 ounces. What are those leaf seeds off? How do these are peas. This is what our peas look like. Beautiful. 10 days. They're getting about 22 ounces off of them. Thanks, Scarlett. We got the process down. And, you know, that's what we teach our students, you know, how to get this stuff to do this and do it right and everything else. We can go in real detail with them and really, really dive in on live calls and everything. So, Craig, that's about my harvests. What's other seeds you can use for microgreens? Thousands of seeds.
It's a vegetable and you can eat it.
You can probably grow it as a micro.
Might not necessarily taste good, but
You got some mints and stuff like that that are hard to grow as micros, but you know, there's thousands of seeds. If it's a vegetable, pretty much can grow. So,
just don't grow nightshades. So no tomatoes, eggplants, anything that would be in the nightshade family.
yeah,
Those are toxic greens.
yes,
The fruit is edible, but the greens that you would be eating as micros would be toxic.
yep. So you don't want to do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Craig, we are in Central Illinois. Minus the fluffy, any actual health benefits? Are they just for planting? No, these are very healthy. We have a whole list of health benefits of microgreens. Is that in the group?
That's in the main group.
That's in our main group.
At least some of that.
Yeah. Yeah, we have health benefits information in our group. The link is in the bottom there. If you want to dive into microgreens and just start and learn, even if you're a beginner, if you're novice, you're growing for yourself, the group is very valuable for that as well. It's just $9 a month. The link is pinned here, so you can check that out.
Yeah. On average, they're about 40 times more nutrition density. Peas and sunflowers both are whole protein, so their plant protein is literally all you need. So you, if you're a vegan or vegetarian, someone who doesn't eat a lot of meat in general, plant proteins like peas and sunflowers as shoots, huge benefit for you. And even if you're not, super duper great for people who are trying to build muscle, lean muscle, things like that, trying to get lean proteins in their diet, super duper beneficial.
You're welcome, Scarlett. KK, hi, just dropping by. What are y'all doing? We're harvesting microgreens today. So we're a microgreen farm and other things, but mainly 99% microgreen farm. So we're harvesting peas right now. So thank you, Scarlett. Christina, hi, I've been busy trying to move, putting microgreens on hold, except for a few customers. Just wanted to say hi. Hi, Christina.
It's so good to see you, babe.
Good to see you. Let us know when
Hopefully-
we can help you out again, Christina. We'd love to get you back and growing your business in your new place when you get moved. So I hope the move goes well and everything's smooth for you and you get settled in.
Yes, it's exciting for you. I'm excited for you.
Yes.
And definitely reach out whenever you get settled in. I know it's a lot to get moving and
You looked into farming consortium? I can't. Whew. Words are too small.
words are too small. What do we got? Have you looked into farming consortium? I'm out Mass, and there's one that covers New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and some me and Vermont. It's a group of farms, and they act as a mini distributor. Yeah, so like they consider that like aggregating. So they all work together and they kind of distribute themselves. Usually one of them's in charge of the distribution aspect of it. There's one up towards Chicago that does that. What you run into is it's a lot of individuals trying to operate as a single entity. And with everything like that, it can be very challenging. I know the one that's up by us has struggled in the past with.
The other one went out of business.
One of them went out of business. One of their farms went out of business because they just couldn't make enough profit. Because when you start looking at aggregating, there's more layers to the profit. So when you aggregate your product, you're going, okay, well, I can make this much, and this guy's got to make this much, and then, you know, you're essentially adding a distributor to the process.
If not a couple.
If not a couple. And then you run into challenges with making enough money, especially for small farmers. So it's possible, and it's great if it can be done. It's always great to try, but it can be very dangerous, especially for smaller farmers, especially for micro farms. Definitely something to look at, but I don't know if we would be in that boat. We are working on like distributing ourselves, working with a distributor directly, things like that. Trying to be big enough to do that because one, that would take a lot of miles off of us. And two, you know, it's just as simple as ordering. It's not working with other groups and who can do what and who wants to do what.
Grow lights don't seem as good as when they're grown in the sun. The grow lights, if you get the right ones, are great. We use Barina T5, T8s, and the pinkish versions. They were
full spectrum.
Full spectrum lights. Don't use shop lights. You got to get the full spectrum lights. And the pinkish ones are the best ones, not full pink, but the pinkish ones are the best. The problem with sunlight and sunlight here, it's inconsistent. So you're going to have inconsistent grows. If you can get 4 to 6 hours of sunlight every day, great, it's going to grow the same. But sometimes we're going to get 16 hours, sometimes we're going to get no hours.
Yeah. It can be very challenging for sure, especially in the wintertime here. Anywhere you're seasonal or you have weather swings like that, it's really difficult because we control temperature, humidity, airflow, all of the factors, the lighting. There's so many factors that we control to keep these on a consistent growth cycle so we can deliver at a consistent time. So we deliver the same day every week versus if we were in a uncontrolled environment, there might be weeks where we couldn't deliver at all, or we would need to deliver early, or they don't need the product yet because we just delivered and I've got more. So trying to keep that consistency is why we chose to do indoor, and also farmland is not what it used to be, both in price and in actual nutrition. So we are in the middle of farmlands, so we see all the time how much chemical is dumped into these fields to make them productive again. We strip it of everything it has and we add it in as chemicals. So
that makes sense. Ours is very good and have been very profitable, but can see how those issues. Neely is a different environment. yeah, for sure. Yeah, it can work. It's just, everybody's got to understand where they're at on the profit line, and sometimes people get upset. Love the pinkish 20 watts, 3 of them. I only recommend
2.
if you doing 20 watts, you only need 2. Your microgreens will grow a little bit better with that. They'll get a little bit taller. You'll get probably a little bit better yield. Highly recommend only 2 of them. Or if you're using, you can use 1 if you got, depending on if you got the T8s, you can use 1 as well. So save yourself some power. Take one of them lights off. How many customers do you have a week and at what price? They're all over the board, man. We do restaurants, grocery stores, home deliveries, farmers markets, distributors, food banks. So they're all at different levels, different prices, depending on what they are. So sorry, I can't get a detailed question on that because that's just all over. So
yeah, that's a lot of answer. Perfect. All right, gotta love a good red
How many
cabbage.
containers a week? Containers a week, we are around, on normal busy week, we got 3,800.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
3,800 containers.
Up to 4 sometimes.
Up to 4, sometimes lower. These 2 weeks are a little bit lower, just because some of them are taking time off because of holidays and resetting themselves and all that. But
End of fiscal years.
we're taking this time to do some more videos and some more content and stuff. So probably be the natural oils and minerals that are stripped out of replacing with chemicals.
Yeah.
Yes. No chemicals here.
No chemicals here, just the good stuff.
We basically are organic without organic certified, to be honest. Besides the Coco Loco that we use is not organic, but other than that, everything we do organic practices besides that. But
yeah, I think there's one ingredient that they don't have certified as organic, so they can't call it organic.
Yep. But I got somebody in our group that is trying to make one.
Working on a Foco Loco. All right, so cabbage yielded 10 ounces on that. Love that. Let's do some kale filming.
Do you get directly from Dart or containers, or you go through Webtron? We actually got a just warehouse that we pick up from.
Yeah.
That is along our route, literally like a 2-minute detour from our route, and we just pick up directly from them now.
Yeah, we used Webster for a long time. We used Amazon when we were smaller. We used Webster once it made sense to start paying for that membership every month, because it's a pretty good expense, especially when you're smaller. $99 a month is not cheap. So once that made sense, and then when we discovered along our route that there was a distributor of our packaging along the route, like literally 8 minutes, I think it takes from one stop.
It's literally,
yeah.
Well, the stop takes longer than that, but to get there is like 2 or 3 minutes really.
Yeah. And then, but they have all of the packaging we need, and they can order it in for us, similar priced, and I can pick it up and not have FedEx throw it around in the process.
They're much better packaging that way.
So much nicer.
FedEx is not kind to our packaging. I think they bowl with them in the warehouse. That's what I'm going with, because they're rounded. So I think they set them up and bowl and whatever they do in that warehouses. Just too many people touch it, I think, is the problem. Heard that getting organic certified doesn't always mean you're 100% organic. Depending on location, you can be 70, 80%. Yes, you get the certification. Yep, if you can explain why, and you have a good reason why that process or that section is not organic, you can still get organic certified, yes. And they don't give certification for that, even though it's better for environment and better practices, yeah. That's awesome. Thanks, Craig. There's a reason why you don't use auto harvesting. Couple reasons. One, I like to harvest by hand because you're going to get the best yield out of it. The products are going to last a little longer because of that. And probably the biggest reason, I justify it by saying that we still harvest by hand, but the real reason is space. Like, the auto harvesting takes a lot of room, and the green harvester I will not recommend that at all. Just seeing the cleanup you have to do from it, changing blades out, the fact how it throws it around, and it's just I don't see that being viable. I know some other people use it, but I really, if we did it, we're going to get the $40,000 big unit.
It's only 22,000.
22,000.
Only without the tables. If you want to add tables and all that, then it gets. Whew.
So that would be the step I go, and then I would have to expand our facility. But I just don't like the green harvester. I almost bought it many times and just like, ugh, no.
So many times.
The green harvester is great for outdoor, like lettuce and stuff. Like,
yes.
It's great for that.
Great for lettuce.
That's what it's meant for. That's what they built it for. And then people started to modify it to microgreens, and it just doesn't seem like to me it's worth it. But that's my opinion. Hey, Joe. I don't know if the 80% of food processing and not produce grown go right to the, yeah. I mean, I know there's some things like you can say you can't get this or whatever else, it doesn't come organic, and you can still get organic certified or something like that, but I haven't looked too detailed into it. So Joe's probably done a lot more research than I have on it, so.
Joe has like a way to get certified in state. So jealous.
Yeah, we don't have all the state stuff. We have to get people from out of state to come.
We had to pay a Gap person from what, Eastern Pennsylvania?
Yeah, still waiting on that bill.
Ugh, I don't want to see it.
Not going to do that? Okay. I'm 75% on certification. Nice.
Nice.
Congrats, Joe. Love it.
All right.
Any of you guys on here, Joe has got a YouTube channel too. It's amazing. He did a whole light series, 2 parts, I believe, Joe. Went in detail about lights and everything, so great video. I almost thought about doing a light video, and then Joe made one, and I can't compete with his. His is awesome, so I just recommend everybody to go to that one if they want to learn about lights for microgreens.
We were just talking about lighting.
We were.
Perfect timing, Joe.
It's also true organic and other third-party things are much more specific. Yeah, it's a whole ordeal.
Yeah, Gap was fun enough and expensive enough. I think we'll wait for a second before we spend more money on certifications.
Yeah. Wait till we get some distributors for Gap certification going, and then maybe we'll look at it.
Yeah. Our Gap inspector was like, so basically you're organic. I'm like, well, yeah, but I'm not certified organic. She's like, but you're organic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Coin Crazy, what's up?
There we go.
Turn my camera the right way. Oh, this is shorts, Joe. This is on the YouTube Shorts.
Oh,
It's meant to be this away.
For this. That's funny. Love it.
This is on the short live feed. It does show up on the regular YouTube as well, but it is on the shorts YouTube live feed. It reaches more people, so.
Yeah, YouTube has been pushing shorts a lot more, so we've been formatting a lot of our live sessions in the shorts format, just to kind of accommodate the fact that YouTube does push shorts a lot more right now, currently. YouTube's getting shorter, the tickety talk is getting longer.
The TT. You can't say the names.
I said tickety.
Oh, okay. You guys tried Cantaloupe Microgreen, super tasty? Yeah, we've tried them, but we got a bad one. It wasn't the right ones because you need Hell's Best. Found out, and the distributor I was getting from did not have Hell's Best, and they were very bitter.
Awful.
Awful.
Awful. Just
Awful.
awful. Just awful.
Did not taste good.
No, I could not get that taste out of my mouth. I was in the grow room eating basil and cilantro, just trying to find something that would cover that taste.
We grow some herbs, you know, cilantro, basil.
Carrot sometimes.
Carrot.
That's not really an herb. It's more of a root
Yeah.
vegetable fluff, but
Fluff.
it's cute like that.
Yeah.
We've got some more stuff coming in here soon, so we'll start experimenting with some new ones.
Yep.
Yeah, we do some. We aren't really heavy into restaurants yet. We do have some restaurants, and that's great, but we don't have a ton of restaurants currently. So we don't focus a lot on the pretty stuff.
Yeah, certified organic's the whole beast, so yeah. You can use it in name, you can't use it, like there's so much like stuff, yeah, it's crazy. No, I mean, you made a light video, production and editing, I laid off making content, I'm just back to farming, yeah. Yeah. But the light video's there, so.
The light video is there, so.
I believe you still have it on your channel.
Right?
Make sure, because I direct people to that video, so.
We do appreciate that video. It's very informative. It doesn't have to be pretty.
Nope.
Have you
the information is there.
Have you seen our first pea video?
Yeah.
Our very first how to grow?
Yeah, just go to the first video on this channel. You'll see.
You'll see. You'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't got to be pretty.
I don't yield a ton, but they're expensive. I get 8 ounces per tray, triple seed cost.
Yeah, but I mean, you accommodate the fact that it's triple the cost in seeds by charging accordingly.
I need consistent flow of basil, cilantro, thyme, and parsley just for my own diet. Yeah. Hey, Craig, if you join that group, we can help you out a lot. It's only $9. Even if you're going for your personal use, that group is great for that as well. And we can teach you how to grow cilantro on a consistent basis. We get it done in 17 days on cilantro, so you just plant it every week and you get it there. We can help you out a lot. If you're doing it for your own health, I would love to help you out more detailed within that group, so let me know. Watercress we did, but nobody bought it. So
no one wanted it.
No one bought it. No one wanted it. Only one won. We had one British lady that was buying it. That was it. So and we basically were giving it to her because she was a neighbor for flowers. So we don't grow it anymore. I still have some seeds, but we don't grow it.
Yeah. People said they wanted it, and then they ate it, and they didn't eat it again.
What was the hardest thing about getting GAP certified?
Papers. So
Paperwork.
much paperwork. Like, if it's not written down, it didn't happen. If it doesn't have the year, it doesn't count either. Found that one out because I don't write the year on every single date. So she was like, just so you know, if you don't have the year's on the top of the page. So she negotiated with that. But if it doesn't have the year on the date, she's like, well, this could have been 3 years ago. And I was like, well, I wasn't in business in this warehouse 3 years ago. So that was interesting. So yeah, if it's not written down, it didn't happen. Having your SOPs in order and following them and showing how you follow them is another part of it. Oh, just short. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 20 ounces out of that radish tray.
All right, thanks, Craig. Watercress goes well with Napa cabbage and romaine.
Ooh, yes.
Sounds good.
Kind of milds it out, that pepperiness. I mean, yeah, no, I just didn't like it either. It's a little too pungent for me. But if it was something that I found necessary to eat, I would make a way to work it out and find a meal to create. For health benefits, it's very good for you. All right, so 20 ounces out of that radish tray that I just did for filming. Gotta
Awesome.
love that.
Awesome.
Awesome, awesome.
That is at 18 to 22, somewhere in the range. So 20 is perfect because
20's
that's the
right on.
average.
I love seeing that, especially when we're trying to film and show an average. All right. Let's see. I think that's all the filming I will have for today.
Okay.
Sunflowers I'll need to do tomorrow since we planted those late. Yeah.
So tracking everything in the way when was the hardest. It doesn't sound the worst. Yeah, track.
It's not the worst, but when it's you doing everything and you just know things are done, you don't necessarily write everything down. So I know that I swept the floor yesterday. I need to write down that I swept the floor yesterday. You know, things like that. Because usually if it's you doing it, you're not going to write every single thing down that you've done or when you did it.
Awesome, Joe. Congratulations on getting your first employee.
Hey, good job, Joe.
Besides, number one employee, the Roomba.
Roomba. Well, yeah, Roomba is number one employee.
We got 2 of them now, Joe.
Oh, yeah, second robot. We're getting fancy.
We got robot number 1 and robot number 2 for floor cleaning.
Oh, I'm filming for videos, and he's on live. I'm done filming for videos now. He's like, I don't want to be on this. Good morning, sunshine. It's not recording anymore. I am completed my morning. Still got the stack.
The one can mop, yes.
One dude mops, yeah. I didn't get a mopping one for the second one. He's now warehouse robot. He's a little bit nicer. He's got a suction vacuum situation that's supposed to hold 30 days worth of dirt, but it's more like 4 days. Maybe. We have a lot of dirt in a warehouse, so it's not like a 30-day supply. It's more like 4. I don't have to empty him every time. And he goes back and empties himself between.
Yeah, if he gets full between his job, he'll go back empty and then go back out and finish up.
Peas are done, so you can go ahead and start labeling those. This is a hodgepodge situation, so I'll finish these before I give them to you. Because this is a tray, this is a tray.
And peas are done.
And peas are done, so peas are done.
Done.
Wow.
Did you bring a lid? Oh yes, you brought a lid even.
I did bring a lid. Look at
Here
me
you
go.
The trash can's
Oh,
hidden.
it's underneath here because the tripod situation. All right.
Speaking of employees, ours just showed up.
Speaking of employees, yeah. Employee is here. Number 2 employee. I didn't make him number 3. Let's see. Let's do some more harvesting on my side.
Yeah, 30 days is not commercial. Yeah, it's not commercial for sure. It's just funny to see how different it is.
Yeah. Brassica blend.
What do you always like about doing soil? I've been using Pro Mix, HP, and love it. HP is good. We've used that in the past. It gave decent yields, for sure. I really like the Coco Loco. It gives the best yields by far. It works the best for us
So far.
so far. We are getting ready to try out an organic one, and maybe somebody will get us an organic fake. What is it called?
Faux Loco
Faux Loco
recipe.
So
He's working on a really great Faux Loco recipe. Excited to see how that turns out.
I really like using that. So you should suggest that. Y'all live to me, amateur gardener here. Yeah, hey, we all start amateur.
Yep. we all
Nobody starts a pro.
For sure.
All right, so what am I doing?
Do you want to start packaging brassica now that I've got that done? I just need to adjust my setup just a little bit to cut normally. That was really weird cutting like that. It's been a while. Not bulk cutting. Not knocking out trays left and right.
Christina, I just realized you plant and harvest on different tables, right? Yep. So we have a harvest area, which is where we're at right here. And then on the other side of the camera behind it is the planting table. It's 2 different areas, which GAP certification lady loves, that you have it separated like this and everything. So
It's not necessary. It's just documenting the cleaning between. Documenting everything.
you can do it all in one if you wanted to, but
Yeah.
I like having everything separated and everything has its space. This comes from restaurants, you know. So
The years of restaurants. Let me
But
go
yeah.
grab a tub.
not necessarily needed, but if you have the space and the ability to do it, definitely would recommend it. All right, let me go put these pieces back to get dumped. Get these out of the way.
Did you want to snap a picture of these numbers so you know how many of everything we got going? And then you'll know how much we're harvesting of each thing.
Yep, we harvest on Sundays and Mondays. So, yep, there's the days we work. We deliver Tuesday and Wednesdays. So, yep. Plant on Friday.
Sparkles.
Farmers market on Saturday.
Are you a vampire? Sparkly, are you a vampire?
You don't have to. It's the way you set it up. It kind of just fell into this way. We used to just harvest on Monday and deliver on Tuesday. And then we picked up more business. And so
We could not just harvest
we
on
can
Monday.
just not harvest on Monday. So we had to move the Sunday harvesting and had a delivery on Wednesday. So it just,
It's
the
expanded.
way it worked, the way it fell in. So I never envisioned growing on 30 racks every week and turning over all 30 racks every week. And
Well, 31 racks growing.
31 racks.
30
We don't
turning
turn over the 31 rack every week because it's basil, so most of that rack is occupied all
and
the
then
time.
Some. Occupied and then some.
Nice. Heard any of your videos you suggest I check out? All of them. I mean, it depends on what you want to look for. Are you looking on the growing side? There's the whole How to Grow series that's on YouTube, so I would start there.
That's step one.
There's a lot of business videos on there. Podcast will be coming up soon. New podcast. We do podcasts, but I have archived all them videos, so.
We'll have new podcast coming up soon. Just had to make sure we took care of the business first, you know, because this is our income. We don't really prioritize the coaching for income.
Nope.
It's just to help people. So it's not.
That's why our group is $9.
Yeah, that's why our group is $9. Just covers costs and time a little bit, but.
Itty bitty, he means, not kitty. Itty bitty are the best grow guides on the web. Thanks, Joe.
Aw,
Appreciate that.
Thanks, Joe. Itty kitty. I do have a small kitty cat. He lives in the house. He doesn't live here.
Yeah, we're going to kick that off again. I'm planning on July 11th. That's the target. July 11th to kick off the podcast.
Yes. Didn't want to do it during 4th of July celebrations.
Probably should have opened up packaging.
Oh, probably should open packaging. That's just, I moved these.
Okay. What's our number?
I moved it over
can't
here.
see the sheet, so-
Brassica is only 33.
Huh?
33.
I thought you said 0.33, and I was like, what? Point? I can't do point packages.
I can't do point packages. Yeah. It's only 33, which is super strange, but
Well, this is our slow weeks.
this is the slow weeks. We have a lull. And then the new fiscal year kicks in. And the
And then
new
we'll get back
budgets
into doing
kick
300
in. Yeah.
of disc brassica and other things, so.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll get back on it. Love being able to go live and do a podcast and get Q&A sessions in and all that fun.
Yeah. Enjoy the podcast for sure.
Trying to line up guests and stuff, but guests are the hardest part just because it's on a Sunday or on Thursday night, and a lot of them are busy or they're with their families or whatever else, so. Also trying to determine the best time to do it.
Yeah.
With this food banks and stuff, it just got busy, crazy, and trying to figure out schedules. It just was a rough time to be able to write everything, do everything that I had to do. You know, me and wife wrote out the whole podcast, did all that, and everything else.
Planned
so
everything, wrote
planned
everything,
everything.
advertised, all the everything. Yeah.
everything.
All the everything. So finding the time to do all that pre-work work was just near impossible towards the end of that.
And now we're settled in and we know what we're doing. So
Yeah.
yeah, it can be hard. And Joe stepped in one day I couldn't be there.
Yeah.
Got on the podcast, old podcast, so
Did awesome with it.
did
Love
awesome.
it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Still have to have balance in life. That's for sure.
So right now Jess is going to be harvesting, so you're not seeing her, but she's harvesting all the trays for me, giving it in a bucket over here in the bin, and then I pack it up, and then we'll slide it down to employee, kid, and he will label them and put them away and date them and all that stuff. So pretty good process. Eventually I'll find somebody to replace me doing this. So then I can do other things.
Will be nice to have more brassica at the market this week, because I did not have nearly enough last week, or Saturday.
Yeah.
Breaking hearts. They're like, I want the new one.
People are really liking our brassica blend. So, yeah. I got asked a couple times on it, even at the slower market. So,
Yeah.
the slower market was even slower this week. The heat kept people away.
It was definitely a warm weekend.
And then the downtown one was funky because we were moved because there was a fire downtown where we normally at and stuff. So,
It was an interesting week, to say the least.
yeah,
But it worked out. Spot
we
wasn't
adjust and
terrible.
adapt.
Yeah, the downtown people got everything moved pretty quickly. I mean, all things considered, to move an entire farmer's market and
In a few
coordinate it
days.
in just a couple days is pretty impressive nonetheless. I mean, it wasn't smooth by any means, but I wasn't expecting smooth.
Yep, another employee will allow us to grow more. Time to concentrate on getting distributors more. So, and it's not like I'm going to stop doing this. This process will just be faster with another hand. So,
How
Like-
many do you have over there?
huh?
How many do you have over there?
I don't know, 6,
6? It's
8.
probably going to be all you're going to need.
Steven, hello. Looking at the electric scale from your list, seems small. What are larger ones you have on the table? Oh, yep. So them are the scales we started out with. We have not updated that, unfortunately, yet. But this is a AVA weigh scale. I'll update that this evening, Stephen. But this is a AVA scale, weigh, whatever it is. It's also got it at restaurants. So it's just these are trade scales, so we can be, you can technically you're supposed to have them. Definitely, if you go to farmers markets and weighs, you're supposed to have them. So it's just an upgrade. But I do recommend the Miller Little scales to start with because they're cheap, they're easy, and you don't need all that. And then we got the bigger scale that we got at an auction from a coffee shop shutting down. So we got that one so we can weigh the bulk stuff better for our mixes, for our combined layer products. So I will put links. I will put that in the equipment list.
We just asked for people to add things to the equipment list.
Yes.
So I love it.
So there we go.
There we go. That's the thing. It should be enough to cover all the ones I need this week as I throw them at you.
Thanks for the sub, R. Okay,
Appreciate it.
appreciate it.
Short and simple.
Yeah, they're pretty good scales, aren't they, Joe?
Which ones? These AccuWeighs?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are great. I mean, price-wise, they're way more reasonable than the Taylors.
Yep.
Taylors were expensive. About 3 times the cost, I think. So, which is a bummer because Taylor as a brand is great, but I can't afford Taylor. It's like the Gucci.
There's no reason to pay that.
No.
Whether you can afford it or not, don't overpay.
We've worked with Taylor scales over the years.
Yeah, that's restaurants mostly have.
Yep.
Because they usually come in their equipment package
Yeah.
when they get into a restaurant franchising. And
Take that cost on in. All right. Let's do Micromix. Micromix is going to keep yakking my longer.
yeah,
It's still list. It's like 100 and something. So
it's 100 over 100, 120 or something like that.
20 something. Yeah. Slow week.
Slow week. Yeah, the battery powered part of them. Yeah, that is nice.
Yes.
Because Joe does live harvesting, so he's got to have a skill at the market and doesn't have to have power that way.
Yeah.
That was a challenge this week.
That was one of my biggest challenges at the market that moved. They stuck me in a spot that was like on an island without power, I think. I was like, I need power. We run a square POS system, and that does not run on a battery. So we had to make some adjustments and make it work to move me to a different spot, and we made it work. It worked out pretty well, actually. Just had to adjust my entire layout. Again.
Just got it settled in from the new setup.
Like, okay, I think this is how we're gonna have the market set up, and it's gonna be great. Got every table where I need it. I got all the stuff I need, and then it changes again.
Hey, what are you? How are you doing? What is it? This is Microgreens. So this is our brassica blend. So it's our own special mix. And people are loving it. It's like a bind of different products that we do share in our groups. So it's nice and colorful. Looks great. People love it. Nice mild flavor. Three different brassicas. Yeah, it's a mild taste.
Our Micromix has a bit of a spice to it, so we decided that a mix that had more of a mild flavor would probably be more widely accepted from our customer base.
There's people that love the Micromix, though.
People who love the Micromix, and that's got a little bit of spice to it, but not everybody loves the spice, so adding a variety that has an option for those who do not enjoy the tang of the bud.
Is he just printing all the labels now?
Yeah, I think my list is just going to go from the labels.
Probably best use it this time right now.
Yes.
With filming, we don't have a lot for him yet. What dishes are suitable for microgreens? Every dish.
If you're eating it, you could probably put a microgreen in it.
Even I had last night. I had sunflowers with my ice cream. So pretty much anywhere. So sunflowers was it butter pecan?
Butter pecan.
Yeah, butter pecan. Butter pecan ice cream with some sunflowers. Tasted great. Love it.
Add some beautiful plant proteins to a dessert.
Depends on what you're doing, but pretty much go anywhere. Broccoli can replace your lettuce for your sandwiches. If you want it a little spicier, you can get a micro mix
Or even arugula.
or just arugula even on there. Arugula really good on top of a steak.
We've got a customer who puts wasabi on his hot dogs.
Yep.
If you're eating it, it could probably have a microgreen with it.
I'm gonna try that one time
The wasabi on
a hot dog. Yeah, I just gotta try it because
He
he's very
swears
fat.
by it.
Swears by it. So
They were so excited.
I don't eat a lot of hot dogs, but we'll see.
We'll do like an all beef dog.
Are those 24-ounce gin packs you're using? No, they are Dart, but they are 24 ounces. They're the tamper-resistant ones from Dart, 24 ounces. And we put 2 ounces of product in them.
Yeah, we used to use Gin Pack. We
Yes,
had
and the
to use
64 is
tamper-resistant.
for the 8 ounce. But we found like the 24 holds up really good for 2 ounces. It's easier to put in there, it's faster. When you're doing 4,000 packages, you need speed. So they set in this 24-ounce package really, really good.
And we've done tests with the stores with when they're in sliders and are stored vertically.
Yeah, when they're stored even like this, they last just fine. They don't fall down or nothing. So
That was our number one concern with switching.
but you got to find efficiencies when you're doing as much as we're doing. So not this week, but
It's so
future.
quiet this week.
Great seeing you all. I'm off to a kid's birthday party. Have a wonderful Sunday. You too. Wasabi, okay, brats can replace daikon mustard.
Ooh,
Daikon
yeah.
mustard. Yeah,
That sounds good.
there you go.
I like
Brats.
it.
Yeah, I'd probably try it on a brat more than a
Brats are
hot dog
better, definitely.
for sure.
Definitely the more sophisticated.
Now I want to
one.
grill out and get a brat.
Brats are now on the list. Ooh, I should have got brats.
Yeah,
Man, yesterday was the farmer's market, guys. We should have had this conversation.
because they sell them there.
Yes. And I already cooked up all the chicken sausages. I could have used them like that almost.
Yeah, our room temperature is 74 degrees and 45 to 50% humidity. It's all in the same room. The plantain's right over there, or the racks for growing is right over there. So we keep them at the same temperature basically. You can get into whole plant science here, but like when you cut them, you want them time to repair. You don't want to put them in a cooler right away. You want, because the stem will repair itself, which will seal it up, which will make it last longer. If you cut it and immediately put it into a cooler, it's going to shock it, and it will lessen its life.
It will not be able to heal the cut end before getting refrigerated and then going dormant.
And you don't want to change the humidity and temperature dramatically where you're packing and harvesting, because that also will lead to them starting to sweat and exhaling. And
You'll have condensation on the leaves. The stomatas will still be open. There's a lot of reasons we do what we do, things we've learned over years. But yeah. Always learning new things.
does it have to be cooked first, or can it be eaten straight away? Oh, you can eat this right here, right now.
So typically most people are going to eat microgreens raw. Most of your nutrition you don't want to heat. Heat can kill that live nutrition that you're looking for. We do wilt them in at the end of a hot dish. We don't put them in until right at the end though. We don't want to overheat them and break them down. The goal is to keep these as raw as possible. Raw nutrition is more bioavailable. You can heat them up a little bit, and that kind of helps break down the cell walls to make them more absorbable, but you don't want to cook them. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So if you see me with my mac and cheese and broccoli, I threw that broccoli in right at the end. The mac and cheese was already cooked. Throw in my chickpeas or chicken or something like that, and then I'll throw broccoli in right at the end, stir it in, and serve. "52 ounces. Not enough?
No, no.
That's all right. Lunch. Moving into Micromix. These are the Micromixes that I started with for filming, so you can start with those. Just keep them all together.
Oh, you're welcome. We love to share the knowledge.
Definitely.
So microgreens are very nutritious. Yes. Very nutritious.
So nutritional density is going to be way better. Studies show 4 to 40 times, upwards of 100 times, depending on varieties and what nutrient we're looking at. But overall, more nutrient density. You've got to think that this seed has all this nutrition in it. And instead of growing into a full-size plant and spreading that nutrition throughout the plant, it's still in this itty-bitty package. So you're eating a lot of individual plants when you're eating microgreens. So pound per pound, ounce for ounce, however you want to look at it, they're going to be nutritionally more dense. Throwing things. You need to change toner? Okay. Toner change. Be right back, guys.
You teach him.
I've shown him. We're going to work on him. Teach him the ways of the toner.
Matt, Greg, how are you? After 5 successful markets, I was able to get my first restaurant customer. Awesome. Thanks for the great tips. Curious what you folks charge restaurants by the pound. We do everything by the by 4 ounces and 8 ounces, and it varies based on the variety and everything. In our group, we have a whole price calculation sheet that we share, so you can figure out what price is best for you, because everybody's price will be different. Different area, different market. Your costs, your inputs are going to be different than what ours are. It's a big difference. So the price calculation sheet is huge to use, so you can figure out what your costs are. But by the basis, we start at $2.50 an ounce, so it'd be $10 or 4 ounces. So $10 for a 4-ounce container, and if they get a 8 ounces worth, 64-ounce container, 8 ounce worth, we'll give them a discount to say like $17 or $18. So that's the basis of it, but obviously beets, cilantro, all that's all different pricing and much more. And congratulations on your 5 successful markets and your first restaurant client. But in our group, we give that to you. So $9 a month, you can get that. Cheaper than lunch. Yeah. Turns out. Just kidding. Don, I just can't grow beets. The dampening off. Sometimes I just miss the bottom tray and touch my finger. I guess it's the right moisture, sometimes dry around the edges.
If you're doing beets and they're just dry along the edges and they're still too moist in the middle, you might want to look at your seeding density. They might not be getting enough airflow in the center of the tray. If they're damping off from specific areas of the tray at a time, that might also be an indication of that. Perfect in the middle and a little dry on the edges. Maybe you can sprinkle a little water along the edges, not necessarily top water, but push them back and water along the edge, just to make sure they're getting even watering. Are you using a mesh bottom tray is the next question, because the mesh definitely helps evenly distribute the water.
And deep.
And the deep mesh really helps keep them evenly moisturized without having spots that are too wet. Yeah. Those are some troubleshooting tips I don't know if you followed yet. But definitely where I start if it's a consistent damping off issue or if it's consistently in the middle.
Damping off, does that mean too much moisture?
Damping off typically means too much moisture. Damping off is actually a disease situation, but the disease thrives on too much moisture. So typically when you're damping off, you're running into too much wet and not enough airflow to keep the funguses from settling. And then they'll start, Pythium will start getting in there and growing, and it causes your plants to essentially just collapse. You can also just have collapse just from overwatering in general. That doesn't necessarily indicate disease, but a lot of times it's just something has been able to settle in there, and then you're running into damping off situations. But it's like crop circles. These are a whole different area of damping off because they're black and opaque.
Thought I was just reading and not responding. Now I hear the faint female voice in the background.
Oh, I forgot to turn my mic on.
Oh, she turned her mic off. She's in the
Sorry,
background.
guys. I turned my microphone off because I didn't think you wanted to hear the sounds of me changing toner. And then I forgot to turn it back on. So sorry. So damping off is a disease. Typically, you can also have just collapse of your products just because you've overwatered, but damping off is typically caused by overwatering as well. Watering is one of those tricky things. You want it to be wet enough, but not too wet. If you are having consistent moisture problems in the middle, check your seeding density. If you are densely seeding and there's not enough airflow in the center, you're going to have more issues with collapse and damping off. If your seeds are not evenly spread and they're clumping, if you have clumping, there's going to be more opportunities for mold and things like that to accumulate in those little spots.
Yeah, she's over there on that side giving me all this stuff, so that's why you should hear her better now, hopefully, that she turned her mic on. So
Oops, sorry guys.
the shorts doesn't pick up that much of a wide range, but they show us all. But pushing them back in great ideal. Thanks. I never use a mesh tray, and I'm assuming is better. However, is the 1-inch mesh trays. We like the deep trays for.
So for beets, we use deep. Beets are a root crop, so they're naturally going to want to drive those roots down deep. And we found fewer issues when using a deep tray because the roots are given a lot more surface area to contact that soil and absorb what they need. So we use a deep mesh tray. It's like a 2-inch bootstrap.
I think they're actually like 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
It's the standard mesh, I guess they call it, the OG depth of trays. But we use those from Bootstrap as well, and they work fantastic because that even distribution of water and then having that deeper soil definitely helps keep the roots moisturized enough but not overly wet. We've grown them in shallow. You just run into more problems. They just don't have the moisture retention, so that it's more of a balancing act. Michael at the market said, the broccoli tastes better now. It had a weird phase where it tasted meh. We switched for a little bit. So definitely customer preference of the Waltham 29. And then I was like, well, that's good. I'm glad it's back to being better. He's like, the micro mixes, well, it's the same. I'm like, oh,
We haven't changed that.
I haven't changed that. I think it's the same. It's okay. I eat it because that's usually what you have. I was out of broccoli by the time I got to the market. And I was out of brassica.
Oh, he's struggling.
He was struggling. And I was out of cabbage, actually, too. So, yeah, no, he was on the struggle bus. So he ended up with kohlrabi and micro mix.
He'll probably like the kohlrabi.
He loves the kohlrabi.
Okay.
Yeah, he loves the kohlrabi. So that's not a problem. I only had 2 of them, though. So of his 5, he ended up with 3 micro mix.
I should have let you take them all.
Huh? Right? Would you like more micro mix? I have copious amounts. But, yeah.
Yep, tried a new supplier with product with seeds, and
It's not going
not
as great as I hoped.
Yep.
I wanted to love it. And
A
then
smaller
you have to be,
one, and it's just not. It's just not there. Prices are cheaper for a reason.
yeah. But it's always good. We have good customer base that is good about telling us if there's a problem that I don't notice.
Is there cauliflower micro?
Yeah, you can grow cauliflower micros for sure. That could be a fun mix, like a broccoli cauliflower. Throw some carrot in there. You have the California mix in micro form.
There you go. Micro Cali mix.
Micro Cali mix. See? Brainstorming new
There you
fun
go.
things. Got your new product, babe.
Always trying to come up with new stuff.
Yes. It is important to always create new things.
Love it. Yes. That was by Christina, by the way.
Huh?
Christina asked that question.
Oh, yeah.
Just to let you know.
Yeah, I can't see the phone. I'm on the other side.
Just the voice in the background.
That's why they called me the Oz.
That's why she got the nickname Oz.
He drags me in front of the camera sometimes now.
None. Love you guys. Well, thank you.
Aw.
Tell me with the mesh tray, how often and how much do you water the beets?
So with the mesh tray, they come out, they get their 1 day of blackout. They get top watered. They get their 1 day of blackout. They get the dome taken off. I don't water them after that. They get a day of ambient light to kind of stretch and acclimate to the world before I throw them under lights and not shock them. I don't water them again until they go on that shelf under the lights. They get a bottom watering only to the top of the ripples. The ripples are a little bit deeper in the deep trays.
Yep.
So it's about, 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup, not a ton of water. There's a lot of moisture retention in those deep trays, so I don't have to water a lot. And I usually do every other day while they're growing. Again, not a ton of water at any given time, and just kind of keeping that soil moisture consistent. Yeah. Beets do not recover well from shock.
No, once they're done.
When they're done, they're done. They just are over it.
Are there any micro newcomers maybe tempted to run that would recommend against a new tipper? Oh, so newcomer, what should they probably not attempt in the beginning, right? Is that what you're asking?
So if that's what we're going with, don't try hard stuff yet. Get some good wins under your belt first. So 10-day crops, your brassicas, your broccoli, kale, arugula, maybe. That one I don't suggest usually right off the bat unless you really love it. Definitely peas, sunflowers, these lovely 10-day crops. We have a whole video actually on
the best crops to start with.
The best crops to start with. It's our top 5. So definitely start with those, easier to grow things that are going to get you comfortable with the processes and the systems, and they're a little bit more forgiving when you miss a step or you don't quite get the step right. You need a little forgiveness from the plants to start with. And then kind of as you've gotten comfortable with processes, you add more varieties from there. But don't start with basil. Basil is a long grow and it's going to lose your attention pretty quick. Don't start with beets. Those are challenging and they're moody. Arugula can get moody too, so it's not always a recommended thing unless you really love it. Trying to think of ones that I don't suggest starting with. Cilantro can be tricky too. A lot of those longer grows we don't want to.
I would start just with the 5.
Yeah, start with the 5. Start with your top 5. Get really good at those. Nutritionally, you're going to want that broccoli in your system. Really, really great for you. Oh, that's Micromix too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Out of habit, you moved it as a case?
Yeah.
I was like, how do you only have not even 20 of these? I was very concerned for like a half second.
I got to move stuff out of my way.
Yeah.
Here, will this make you feel better?
There you go. I was just very concerned for a moment.
I've been over just eating them instead of packing them. Didn't see me.
Oh, that happens. They're fun to munch on. I'd believe it if it was like broccoli. Maybe not the Micromix.
That would get very spicy after a while.
That could get a kick going after a bit, especially at that
I would be
quantity.
drinking a lot more right now.
Yeah. Very thirsty. quiet.
It happens. This is awesome. Well, thank you, Adam.
Thank you. Zen of microgreens harvesting.
Hey, thanks for the sub, Adam and Jose. Appreciate it. All right, Christina, we'll see you later.
Don't
Hey,
wear
hello,
yourself out.
how are you? Sorry.
I was going to say have fun with the move, because
Yeah.
definitely always an adventure with moving. All right. We have brassicas done.
And then micro.
And the next is Micromix.
Is that all the micro?
Yep, I have some for you that I packed.
I am packing up micro mix, what we call micro mix, and Jess is over there harvesting them, puts it in a bin for me, and then I just pack it. So makes a nice, quick, easy process this way. And then that guy down there, he's labeling stuff, putting them in the cooler. He should wake up in about an hour. Maybe.
He's semi-conscious. He's pretty awake. More awake than most days, yes.
More awake than yesterday morning?
He was pretty awake once he panicked and realized that I had moved the whole market over.
Well, you didn't move the whole market over.
Yeah. He was thoroughly awake by the time he found his spot at the market. I didn't get a notification that he had left, so. Oops.
Hey, did you ever whip the sprouts?
What was it? Did you ever whoopee with the sprouts? It's healthier than big leaves. Is it easier to grow? So we don't do sprouts. Sprouting is a different method. It requires constant warm, wet environment. There is more risk to that. That's why sprouts get recalled quite often, and why Jimmy John stopped putting sprouts on their sandwiches. What you run into is that warm, wet environment is a perfect growing place for things like Listeria and E. coli. So it has to be very, 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 very clean, very sterile. The environment has to be absolutely impeccably clean. Microgreens are grown on a soil medium. They are harvested above the soil line. We don't consume the seed or the root, where all of the pathogens typically harbor themselves.
Can you bring the sheet back, Micah? Can you bring that back?
So I know how many I'm making. But with microgreens, you're a lot safer in your processes than you would be doing sprouting. Sprouting is great for home use. I definitely advocate for sprouting for home use. It's a really great process to do at home for yourself. You know that your stuff is clean. Commercially, it's very difficult to keep everything perfect. And I know there have been more than a few recalls on sprouts commercially. Our facility is clean enough that we could do sprouting. I just don't want to deal with those certifications. That goes under FDA and food safety. Thank you, sir.
Hey guys, my humidity is 59 to 60 and my temperature is 73. Is that okay?
It is doable as long as your airflow makes sense too.
Yeah, get good, great your airflow to going, not blowing directly on the crops, but just airflow in the room. You should be okay. You probably have to water less, but it could work. Ideally, you want to get that humidity more around the 50% range.
But if you can't, it depends on what your environment or where you're growing at. If you can't get the humidity down, control the other variables. Control what you can control. Keep that temperature in check and keep your airflow going, and you should be okay. Should be all right.
Yeah. Doesn't sound healthy to have a disease growing in your sprouts. So
Exactly. So commercially, it's not a viable thing for us, but on a personal level, definitely. If you can throw some seeds in a jar and drain them and rinse them 3 times a day, every single day, you've got some beautiful sprouts. Nutritionally, very great still too. Sprouts don't get as many phytonutrients though. They don't get light. So they don't have the green phytonutrients from the chlorophyll production. But nutritionally very similar, still really great for you. Definitely if you're at home and microgreens aren't going to work for you, sprouting it is. Do something.
sorry, English is not my language. That's all right.
Oh, that's okay. Just had
What
to
gloves are
just
you
figure it out.
using? Is it healthy for people with gloves, allergies, to eat the greens?
So we do not use, we use vinyl gloves. It is actually illegal to use latex gloves here. They cannot sell latex gloves for use in commercial facilities because there's so many allergies to latex. So these are vinyl, they are allergen free,
Powder free.
powder free, no chemicals on them, just a basic vinyl glove. Yeah, our state made it almost impossible to even find latex gloves anymore.
Thank you. Good work. Well, thank you. Appreciate
you.
that. Clary, where are you at? Where are you from? That English isn't your language. Just curious. Because we're trying to get, a world-round group, people from everywhere in our group. If anybody doesn't know, that's our school group down there. It's skool.com, and it is Microgreens for Profit. It is good for beginners as well. But we're all, even if you're growing for yourself, you're profiting by growing your own food. So same sense, So, but we also teach business stuff in there and everything else. We have a live Q&A session coming up on Zoom. If you're part of that group for $9, that's will be Thursday at noon Central Standard Time. So you can do the conversions of wherever you're at. So we'll be doing that. We do that once a month. Webinars, workshops, you'll get all them. We have a whole course in there, grow guides, spreadsheets, all kinds of stuff. You go to the About video, which you'll get if you click that link. It will explain more to you on there, so you can look at that as well. Would love to have you part of the group. Thanks for the sub, Matthew. Appreciate it. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for that. So what is too hot temperature? I wouldn't want to go above like 84.
80 pushes it pretty close. 84 is like, ooh, that's too much. You can get in close to 80 without having problems as long as you control your humidity, your airflow, all of the other factors. Ideally, 72 to 76, 74 probably ideal. We try to keep it at 74. That's going to be the more ideal version of it.
87.
87? Okay.
I don't know what you want to do with all this extra stuff.
It'll go in the veggie. They were on the struggle bus this week.
Hey guys, what lights do you use for the microgreens?
So we use a Barina T8 for most varieties. One Barina T8, full spectrum pinkish. For specialty crops like basil that need 2 lights, we use 2 T5s, also the pinkish Barinas. That is probably in the description of this video. You can probably find a copy of that. We also have grow guides in our group and equipment and supply guides. So definitely check that out. We have everything that we use in there, and if there's something that we didn't write down yet, it's a living document, so I just keep adding to it.
How much arugula did you get?
I haven't finished arugula yet.
Oh,
I just
okay.
filmed arugula, so
Okay, gotcha.
it's just been filmed.
This is veggie?
That is veggie. Confetti time.
$50? Oh yeah, we're pulling it out of a lot of restaurant stores.
Yeah, I still got to do
We really need to
groceries.
get that down completely, really.
Yeah.
Just need to take it off. Did you do your restaurants?
I have not. I was just trying to get you some first.
No.
I figured you'd be needing it before I got restaurants done, so start with that.
This is our veggie confetti mix. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but
It's pretty.
there's a knife right there.
Huh? Oh, there's the box knife. I didn't know where it was. You know, be fine.
We do not wash them here. If we wash them, it is considered a processing, which then becomes different licensing and more regulations and everything else. So we just put on the package wash before eating. Although we personally do not, because we bottom water everything. We don't put any chemicals on it. We harvest above the soil line. We just eat them as is. So,
Well,
but
they're exposed
we do
this
have
water.
to tell people to clean them before they eat them. But,
Yes.
but I bet 90% of people do not. Most people don't clean their vegetables they get from the grocery store. Their lettuce that's sitting out, oranges, apples, you know, people just eat them, which you really should clean them ones because they're all sprayed with chemicals.
Yes, they are.
To make them shiny.
Covered in wax and preservatives.
I appreciate you guys for doing this work. This country is desperately in need of farmers that aren't poisonous. Yes, sir. Very much.
Very much.
Yogi Microfarm, how are you?
Hey,
Hello.
it's been a bit. How many total did you need?
55?
55?
50.
50, okay. Thank you. You can throw it on there, it's not a problem.
Huh?
I said you could throw it on there, it's not a problem.
Well, I just there for you to put it in there. I don't know where you were putting it
Yeah.
to put them in. So I just replaced.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's one up top, right?
Yeah, he looked like he needed to be hand cut, so I was
Okay.
gonna wait. Switch over
Just
to
making sure you.
short people challenges. I
Yeah.
think. I figured.
Now that we have a top shelf.
Now that there is a top shelf, yeah. Our perpetual buying of more racks.
I need another one already.
I know.
So I'm gonna be like a guy on people on YouTube, and which I'm on YouTube, but the people
The others.
telling you like big grains things and how many racks they grow on and or how many racks they have. So we have 57 racks in this building. They're not all for growing, but I have 57 racks, right? I can promote that. How many racks you got? I got 57. Over half of them are for growing, though.
Yeah.
We have transportation racks, germination racks, racks for storing stuff on,
Walk-in
all that
racks,
stuff.
yeah.
So it's a lot of racks. A lot of shelving units. Come learn how I have 57 racks and grow passively in my passive business with 57 racks. By the way, anybody tells you it's passive, run away from them. Do not learn from them.
There's nothing passive, as you can see.
Nothing passive about any business.
Yeah.
Show me a business you cannot work at.
And actually, truly succeed at.
And some businesses can become passive, but you have to work at it in the beginning.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Go ahead.
Well, I guess you can have a passive business if you don't work it and your wife does.
Oh, spicy.
Then it's passive, I guess.
Terrible.
It's just truce. Truce.
We have one more. Had a lot of challenges and a couple of them. They were not in the mood. Oh.
Sure you clean that up.
Yeah. Definitely got to clean out after the veggie confetti.
You having him put them in there?
Hmm?
Are you having him put them in there?
Oh no, he's moving the
I
ones
know. Are you
out.
having him do that?
He's
Yeah.
moving those out, yeah.
Is that what you want?
Yeah,
That's
yes.
what I'm trying to
We'll
ask.
put those in front. So we'll use them first.
That's what I was asking the
Yeah.
question.
That was not working. The brain wasn't working yet. Yeah. First in, first out. Ooh. Amaranth everywhere. Oh, you've got a little bit more to make another one.
I do not have enough to make another
Oh,
one.
that's not enough to make another one. Never mind. He's light.
No, I don't.
He's a little light. All right.
39 of them?
Hmm?
Said 39 of them?
39.
Yeah, we're waiting.
Hmm?
What's this wait? Is that a
Oh,
wait?
for filming. It'll be filmed
Oh,
tomorrow.
okay.
I just wanted to make sure I made a note that I needed to do it tomorrow. Same with the sunflowers. I should have written that on. We're doing sunflowers a little bit later this week. Hmm? 101. Okay. Write that on. Okay. Thank you. Oh. Yeah, it should be right. It's a little light. That's all the veggies. Those are done and ready. Labels. Labels would be good. All right.
Are we splitting this up in 2 days, or are we?
Um, what do you think? I mean, we could probably knock it out today.
Okay.
It'll be a long day. We could make it in 2 days.
It would just be Could you get restaurants done today,
I can get restaurants done today.
and then just have everything from
Chef
mixes
Mixes.
tomorrow?
Just next Monday.
Yeah. Just mix Monday.
Mix Monday.
Mix Monday.
Whoop whoop.
Because right now, just broccoli and radishes.
Cabbage.
Oh, that 33 aside, I thought we got the, okay, yep, I marked that up. Yep, and cabbages.
And cabbages. Those two. I was like, wait a second. I know there's something else up there. Yep.
What's them?
Oh, those were brassicas that I didn't need for individuals.
Okay.
So I'll hold on to them until tomorrow once we harvest for
Gotcha.
mixes, and
Just to make sure.
then I'll know that I have extra or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, just making sure what we're doing here.
We have a plan.
Now, we're doing broccoli and need 139
139.
is the goal.
I have 4 for you to start with
Woo, look at there.
from my
Bonus
filming.
from the filming. Open up some more packaging. Gonna need that. Kind of hard to make them otherwise.
Yeah. Minor details.
How come it flashes red every time I hit the button to turn it off?
Not the yellow button. You need to hit the button above it.
Oh, that's probably why then.
So it's looking for. Wrong buttons. All right. So we're going to start broccoli here. I am on the other side of the table harvesting. I'll make up a big bin for him, and then he'll start packaging them. So he's opening up some more packaging, getting things ready to do broccoli. Veggie confetti has amaranth in it, so it takes a little bit of transition time just because amaranth is everywhere. It's a bit invasive. I'm gonna look at laptops after this. Yeah.
I'm back.
Guess who's
again.
Microgreens, Mike is back. Tell your friends. 7 ounces each.
Huh?
7 ounces?
What's up with our yields?
I don't know. They aren't used to having neighbors.
How many trays is this?
5.
5?
5.
Broccoli, the best microgreen, in my opinion.
Broccoli is number 1, definitely.
When I was a kid, you couldn't get me to eat broccoli. Or a young adult.
I was gonna say, it took me a few years.
But I grew up with a father and mother that are from Oklahoma, and they would steak and potatoes. That was the main meals all the time.
Meat,
So,
potato, corn,
corn.
corn,
Throw some corn in there. Green
Yeah.
beans every once in a while.
green beans, canned green beans.
Well, yeah, definitely canned green beans.
Meat, potato, maybe some starchy veg. And that was it. I'm gonna have them dump the peas. It's only 3 of them, so
The other boxes and stuff there in the peas, yeah,
yeah.
all that stuff.
I'm gonna do peas and the boxes and stuff.
You only got like 30
It's
peas.
30 peas.
That's like a vacation.
That's like a major vacation for you. Yeah, it's quiet. He's so quiet.
What?
You've got those bins right next to like the latch. Trying to get to the latch to open the door.
What bins?
The bins, the black bins.
What black bins?
The totes that have the trash.
I
in
didn't
them.
put them there.
Oh,
You
did I?
put them there when we got done with the truck.
Oh, you can get around this way. Oh, I thought you had blocked. I had blocked them. No, when we got the truck put in. Yeah, it's just like wrapped from.
Blame me.
They weren't completely blocked. I just,
You're the one that put them there.
I just fit a little bit different. It's so bright. So much sunlight. It's supposed to be pretty nice today, isn't it? Not
Yeah,
nearly
it's supposed
as
to be in the high
oppressively-
80s.
I mean, that's better than the high 90s.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been the high 90s lately.
What's
so.
the temperature at where you guys are at?
Yeah.
How's your heat wave? Are you experiencing a heat wave? Before July?
Yeah. Are you experiencing July before July?
At least here. Usually gets hot in beginning to middle of July and lasts till August, and
Then we're all right.
then we're all right.
This year it's ambitious and started early.
Seems to be earlier. You're not experiencing a heat wave like India.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No,
Like,
thank you.
yeah.
That's awful over there.
Car tires are just melting.
Yeah. When your tires melt, you should not also be out there.
How many did you have? You gave me 4, right?
I gave you 4, yeah.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. So I got 36 ounces out of them.
Okay.
And so I got 18 containers.
Yeah.
So out of 5 trays, right? So
A little over 7. Just a little over 7.
really, when you do restaurants, you don't need either one of us.
No.
I can work on some content stuff this afternoon, evening. He could get some dishes done.
Yeah, he can start knocking out the dishes early. That'd be lovely.
Not sure where he's gonna put them, but
Need to probably rearrange and condense like all of the orange and blue to the one rack.
yeah, get them all on. Well, it wouldn't even fit on one rack.
Well, they won't fit on one rack, but
You'd
Two
have
on
one
rack.
down there, plus a little bit.
yeah.
But yeah.
Rearrange them a little bit better, more organized.
Yep.
And then we'll be back to using them all again.
I left stuff over there.
I know,
I
I'm
left
just making sure it's
five.
enough with a
I left
7.
5 over there.
Probably leave one more over there. Probably leave one more. Okay. Normally that'd be fine, but these guys are in a mood.
I said, I'm like, yeah, I still got cabbage and radish to go. We got a while to go, but it's like 33 and 22.
Yeah, no, it's not that many. It's really not that many. It's crazy. The contrast. already have 10, 12 of the 10 of the radishes already.
Need to put a sign on the trash can.
Yes.
Can you please move it closer to the ramp?
Put trash can towards ramp. That way. Please.
Maybe he thinks he's, we're trying to go up the ramp,
Ramp is not used currently. Our delivery guy at R&L can't drive, okay?
Neither can the guy that drives the box truck.
No. R&L guy just...
He can't figure out how to use a lift gate.
Yeah. There are struggles on many levels with that one. Parking is rough. Remembering to put his lift gate down, also rough. Using a forklift, again, can't do that either. Yeah. There's too much weight on that pallet.
That's why I'm about ready to order that one that holds 2,000 pounds, little.
Just use mine.
One. And then I can just take it off the truck. Don't even worry about it. How much do these weigh? Does it say on them?
How much do the bags weigh?
No, how much does the pallet weigh?
The packing list will say it. I can look at their packing lists from before. It's like, he can't get the pallet jack under it.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you gotta give it a little momentum.
Broccoli. He's 4'2".
I swear his loading guys hate him though.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Why would you load it to where you can't get in the truck to get to the pallet jack?
They're on the very back end. The pallet jack is behind them. He has to climb over the pallets to get to the pallet jack. I'm like, guys, you really made those guys mad, didn't you?
You did something to him. You never made the guy mad who's loading your truck, that's for sure.
Yeah. You got a bucket I can climb on? What? I mean, or a step ladder, but I'll climb on a bucket. I can't get up over these pallets. Why do you have to? Okay, never mind. And then he didn't bring his lift up while he was back there. I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go lift your lift up for you, dummy. Like, your lift gate's down, stop.
What?
What? Your
I didn't
lift
put it
gate is
up.
down. He's just gonna come right off the back of that truck.
Well, he did that once.
Yep. Like, your lift gate is down. Stop.
Wish we had cameras to watch that.
Yeah. Like, how do you forget? Yeah, I don't know. You, sir, are the reason why we don't do key drops anymore. Could almost do the sunflowers today looking at them
I thought about doing them after lunch.
after lunch, you know.
Yeah. Why you do restaurants?
Yeah.
Welcome in everybody that's new, scrolling by. Stop by and say hello. I am packing up broccoli right now. Jess is over there harvesting it, putting it in bins for me, and then I'm packing it. And then we'll have a guy or employee, kid, come and label and put them in the cooler. So 3-man / woman, 3 persons team, get all this done.
Knock it out quick that way. It's a light week for us. If you've ever been to one of our other lives, you can see it is a lot quieter this week. We are between contracts on some of them. We'll get back at our normal crazy busy fun next week? Week after.
No, week after.
2 weeks. We got 2 weeks of quiet. Quiet-ish, I guess, or so.
In 2 weeks, we basically will double our business. And then we'll get distributors and we'll double it again.
Yeah.
We use this time to get our taxes done. And get
Subtle.
distributors.
Subtle hint.
No wind.
No wind. Oh, yuck. At least it's gusty the other days.
It was too gusty yesterday.
It was too gusty yesterday. We almost blew away at the markets. Just no wind, nothing. That's awful. That's worse. At least last week while he was dumping, there was like a solid breeze happening.
Is that it?
I can't use that one. I'm going to water him and put him back. I have one more. We went from 8.5 to 7.
Bottom of that bag.
Yep.
It's crazy how that works out all the time.
Yeah. It's not like
Bad
these
seeds
bags
float
are
to the
old.
bottom?
I think so. Heavier. Because you can see the germination rate's just not nearly as good either. You
Yeah.
can look at all the ungerminated seeds in the trays. You can see a lot of it. Yeah, a little over 7 every time.
Consistency.
Yeah, it's consistent. It's not a good kind of consistent, but consistent nonetheless. I'm gonna go reload. I gotta go get cabbages and radishes.
Broccoli. No, because you got too much Dutch. Peach. Seen somebody post on the other day. I go from like a completely white thing to lobster. This is summer for me. I don't burn like I used to. Come out more in it. Run more lights. I don't know. I used to have to worry about my head. That would burn. But that's because I always wore hats. So if I happen not to wear a hat, red. Huh? Used to wear pants and a hat. So if I go out without that stuff on, I just burn.
You talking about your ghostliness?
From completely white to lobster
Lobster.
in 2.5 seconds.
Every year you had your annual burn.
Not so much anymore.
No. Once a year though, you would just roast yourself. Usually in a golf situation. Almost always golf.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I'll be fine. I'm
The
gonna
year
go
I played
golfing.
at 110 degrees, Dave Poulter.
You and Dave. Dave was lobster too, bad.
And coming back from a meeting in Alton,
Yep.
back when there was a Golden Crown in Alton.
Yeah. Back when there was one there.
I guess there still is, it just moved. That's right, they made a big one. They moved
Yeah,
it.
they moved it. It wasn't the same. It's not the same building.
I worked in that Alton one as a buffet attendant slash steam cook when I was younger.
Back when you were younger.
And then I was managing ones.
It's funny. Throwing things. It's a lovely breeze here. Hmm. What's the adjusted radish number?
22.
Huh?
22.
22?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That one's no problem.
And then some.
Yep.
Probably could have only harvested it off one of the trays.
One of the trays.
I did 2 trays. 2 more trays.
Oh, because you already had
Because
one.
I already did 1 tray earlier without
Yeah,
filming.
yeah,
I was
pretty
like,
close
oh,
to just 2 trays needed.
yeah. I was like, oh, I'll cut 2 more trays. I was thinking it was 33, but that's the cabbage probably. So.
Make sure you change the yield of this.
Yeah, mark that where it needs to be.
Don't want to blow like 7 for now until we get the new.
So the new seeds come in. We have a whole bag still. We'll see if they're the same lot.
Yeah, but it's the bottom of the bags.
Oh.
It's not the lot number. It's just when you get to the bottom of the bags
Yeah.
all the time. I don't know what it is, but
I said I think the dead seed floats to the bottom there.
yeah.
All the hard seed they call it. Ones that don't germinate well. Do you want me to go over it? I'll
Just finish what you got.
finish what I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You already got a cut, so
Yep.
still do need to do Carl,
Oh, Carl. Dang it, Carl.
which we'll do tomorrow, but just make sure you have some.
Yeah. There's a
left.
separated lid dude over there. You can throw your broccoli in. I'll throw my radish in.
Okay.
It's already unusable other than personal use, but I guess his radishes are actually in with the, or his broccoli's in with the number for broccoli on there.
No,
Or
no, it's not.
it doesn't math it.
Not for the individual.
No,
Doesn't
for,
go into the
like the
individual.
mix amount should have
Well,
Carl
the mix
on
amount,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. So there's on the shelf still.
So
Plenty.
yeah, we can wait on that.
We can wait. That'll work.
All mixes tomorrow that way.
Yeah.
Seven people watching, 11 likes. 7-Eleven.
Hey. Gotta love a good slushie. Radishes are done. It's 27. Oops.
stocking and rotating for harvest on the popcorn.
Yeah.
We won't have to worry about boxing them then.
Yeah.
Just can
Not
take
have
them
to
in
worry about
crates.
casing, we just crate them. That's much nicer too.
Yep.
They should not be trusted with boxes.
Just
yeah,
throw
we
them
got
up.
it back here somewhere. Yeah, there's some over there. There's some over there. Like, oh my gosh, guys! No wonder why you don't know what you got. No organization on it. Guess I can film cilantro later too.
Yeah.
I'm doing the restaurants today. I'll
Yep.
film the cilantro today.
Film all them. Still got to film the planting, but
Yeah.
we can get all the other pieces done this week and then film
Yeah.
the planting and be good to go. And then the editing. We're putting it all together. I think I'm just giving that stuff to Eric,
Yeah.
doing the voiceover, give him both raw videos of me just talking.
I'm going to anticipate more money from both of the food banks, by the way.
What?
I'm going to anticipate more money from the food banks, by the way, because
Okay.
Bland, talking with him. So yeah, I got to prioritize my customer, my main customers before I prioritize that. You know, there's a budget in mind, but if I don't have it, I don't have it. So he might be one of the ones that's open more budget money in the end.
That's why I say I want to give them stuff
Ahead.
ahead, and then when they're not be able to get it, and what they don't understand though with that, like if they don't
spend it,
they don't get it.
yeah. And I get his side of it too, is he's got to fulfill his
Then you shouldn't
contracts
say
too,
you
but
can do
don't
it.
say you can do it if you don't know that you can.
That's my problem with them. Say yes, because then if I don't have a customers, I can dump it off on them. Like, I just don't feel that that's the right way to do it.
No. the way they do with root veg, you know, he doesn't have to store root vegetables then, because then he can just take them to the food banks. But then not prioritizing them can cause them to lose their funding, and they're not going to have it long term.
See, well, everything we do for the food bank is just for the food bank.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, we worked it into where we knew what our capacity would be for food bank. You know I can grow this much for you specifically on these racks, you know, knowing exactly what it is. He goes, it would be nice to actually be able to plan harvests like that.
You pretty much know what we're going to get. I mean, it's all much better farming this way.
And he's got that new fancy tool thing, but he ran into a problem where it was like cutting the ends off some of his carrots and stuff. So then you're running into not great of yields.
This is 1.5, so...
1.5, I can steal you a little bit. You can set him down. Another ½ ounce. Be right back.
Perfect.
Fabulous.
$1.12. That's it. Broccoli done.
Cabbage, you're going to get right around 30. Oh, wait, I have some over here, so that'll be fine. Put my other tray. I have 5 to start you out with. That is all the non-restaurant stuff. Do you want me to continue into restaurants, or do you want me to go make lunch?
She asks silly questions.
I think I know the answer, but
I do fast, and you know, this is the time to eat. Start getting hungry.
Start getting hungry, man. That triple chocolate banana muffin did not agree with him yesterday. Oh, and then you had the Texas sheet cake.
Oh.
Oh, that's a lot of sugar on an empty tum-tum.
That is all the individuals done then, right?
That's all the individuals done. Arugula still has more
Side
to do,
sunflowers.
but I can do that whenever you have shots in.
Sunflowers this afternoon
Sunflowers this afternoon.
while you do restaurants. Sugar. Sugar.
So much sugar.
50-pound bag of sugar. All in one sheet cake.
They knocked the whole package
Just welcome in everybody. How's everybody doing today? You got some more people tuning in. I am right now packing up cabbage that just harvested, put in bins for me, and then I pack. Makes it a lot easier just to do one thing, harvest, then pack over here. So that's what I'm doing right now. We've already done quite a few varieties. Got some more stuff to do, obviously. Which we will be doing. Next will be sunflowers, which I actually harvest them and pack them at the same time. Them ones just because they are easier that way. And put some in for our mixes / combined layered products. That's what we do with them. But I'll be doing that then this afternoon. as well after lunch. Next couple weeks are a little slower, when the food banks kick back in, and we'll be doubling everything pretty much. So you get to see how busy we are when we do that as well. If you subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications, it'll give you notification when we do go live and do this stuff. So, and we also post it in our school community. You have a direct link on there that you can join with if you join that school community. Ton of stuff giveaway. If you click on that link, you go to the video about the video, and it'll explain everything you get. Ton of stuff for $9 a month. If you're even a little interested in microgreens, very small place to pay per month to get a lot of education. Growing for yourself, growing for your business, growing as a side gig, all that stuff. It's good for all of you. Anybody that joins our group down there today, during this afternoon, or maybe even at lunch, I'll make a video for you welcoming you in, give you a message, show you around a little bit, and yeah, so you'll get a personal message from me if you join today. $34, 1 over. Woohoo! Do you want me to push them over, or? Okay. All right. So just finishing up labeling. I'll do some cleanup and everything else. We're gonna go to lunch. So I'll make a stream for this afternoon. We'll be back possibly. I'm not sure. We might be back. If not, join the school group, and we'll see you guys over there. Have a great day. Bye.